All right, in a bid to improve the Civil Service Commission and welcome transformative ideas geared towards its growth, the Lagos State Head of Service, through the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, has come up with various ways of improving and encouraging the state's workforce. One of such is the Public Service Ideas Day Innovation Competition. The Creativity and Innovation Initiative, which started in 2018, has gained huge popularity across the state public service. The initiative's primary objective is to embed the culture of creativity and innovation in public service by empowering officers to take ownership of creative ideas to solve the challenges within their ministries, departments, and agencies. The Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation will be hosting the second edition of the Ideas Day Innovation Competition, where the top 4 ideas emanating from the 102 participating MDAs will be showcased. Joining us in the studio to talk about this year's event coming up on the 10th of October is the Director General, Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, Mrs. Toyin Anjus Ademuyiwa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you. I hope I pronounced your surname correctly.
You did.
Oh, interesting. Thank you very much. Right, let's begin with the first edition of this innovation or initiative in the first place, how it was perhaps embraced by the staffers and what came out of it at the end of the day.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Right.
Well, it's been a long journey. This started 2016, actually, gearing up and ensuring that civil servants were ready for this. And so we had to work on the mindset, moving from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, ran that program for a couple of years to get them prepared for this journey. And so fast forward to our first edition last year, public servants were given the opportunity to submit various ideas to their different agencies. We've established Creativity and Innovation Committee in all of those agencies, about 102 of them. And basically, people have the freedom to submit what they think is a great idea to solve certain problems. And the question is always, how do you protect people's intellectual property when those people submit their ideas? So the governance structure is designed in a way whereby whatever idea you are submitting to that committee, based on that governance structure, not only are your ideas protected, but they're seen and heard by the accounting officer. And that accounting officer has a responsibility to not only protect, engage, empower, but all of those officers need to be comfortable enough to say, yes, I know those ideas will eventually be implemented without somebody taking it away from them. So fast forward to us preparing for that event. It was such a huge success because we had so many ideas and it was really difficult to narrow down to top 6. And those top 6, we had finance, we had agriculture, we had 3 in health, we had 1 in environment. So eventually, the day came and we presented all of them, obviously, and the top 3 that won, all of those ideas actually have been implemented.
Interesting.
And, again, Lagos State government is always the first in everything, and we're very proud of that journey because, there's always a perception outside that civil servants are meant to be seen and not to be heard. Innovation doesn't allow that space. It gives you the freedom of thinking, freedom of speaking, freedom of being creative. And so we've come, really far in terms of us ensuring that our colleagues are heard because they're really passionate about, the government. And when you have, the kind of government that we have that is creative and innovative, it is our responsibility from the top down, the commissioners, the permanent secretaries, the directors, all of us, to be on the same page. So it was a huge success. So we're looking forward to this year.
So these 3 winning entries, so to speak, tell us, about them, especially as you say that these civil servants or these ideas by the civil servants are now being implemented. In what areas are they being implemented? I mean, what changes, what innovations are they bringing to efficiency in the civil service?
Right. So, not every idea is innovative, right? But most ideas are creative. So we had about 102 ideas last year. and a lot of them were operational ideas. So, let's improve in the way that we deliver our services and stuff like that. The top 3 were state-driven. So we had one in finance, which meant that we had an idea that increased our revenue using the QR code. The second one is validating all of our debt certificates in Lagos State, because, that has never been done. So again, they use technology to ensure that those debt certificates are validated. And the third one had to do with, when people submit requests for medical assistance. Back in the day, it used to take about 27 steps and maybe 8 months. And this young lady came up with an idea where it will take less than 2 weeks, and it was about 6 steps. And so we've come really far. So this year, we're looking into health, of course, again, environment, and the built environment as well. So, the built sector as well.
Why these areas?
Well, it depends on how the ideas come in. So people come in, submit their ideas for different sectors. And so for us, whatever the sector is what we're going to take on. What's important is that the intellectual property has to be protected, it has to be valuable, and it has to be fit for purpose for Lagos State government. So it's really clear that over the years, a lot of our colleagues have those ideas, but the avenue to actually submit those ideas and utilize those ideas were never put in place until now. So
talk to us about this second edition. From what you have said, the fact that these ideas are being implemented, I'm certain that a lot of civil servants are encouraged to, put in the efforts to put forward something that they feel is either innovative or creative, like you mentioned. Are there challenges trying to sort through or sieve through all of these ideas now and just handpick something?
Yes, of course. The way the governance structure is designed, as an office, we are removed from the process of selection itself. So we've given you the framework, we've given you the work streams. Each agency, like I said, have their creativity and innovation committee, and they report directly to the accounting officer. We needed to have it that way to avoid bureaucratic challenges.
Right.
Right? So because if you have a middleman there, we may not get to where we are today. So the team, they report to the accounting officers. Those ideas come in, they review, they adopt the best of the best. The accounting officer has a responsibility to also listen, and then they send us a letter to come and do a pre-implementation review, because you can't implement without us knowing, obviously. And then we go, we listen to them, and then we pick the best of what they've submitted, and then the journey starts from there. So that's basically it,
Does it go without saying that the winner or the winners of this initiative will also be among those driving the implementation of the initiatives now that they are being enforced?
Yeah, so that is the key, is that those ideas can never be implemented without the owner of the idea. The moment you do that, then it means that we're speaking with both sides of our mouth. So that was clear from the get-go. So all of those individuals were part of the implementation strategy. After day one, we had to have a strategy meeting, and we had to walk them through and stay with them until it gets to the point where it's time for them to implement in their individual agencies. So those winners were part and parcel of those that implemented the ideas, because without them, there's nothing, you can't do anything. So I think that gives a lot of our colleagues the comfort that they need, knowing that they'll be part of that journey. So we're really excited about, where we're going as a service and where we're going as a state, and showing that civil servants are part and parcel of governance, and it's seen and it's heard.
What about the reward system?
So the reward system last year, they got monetary. They got, some of them got Best Officers Award. Some of them got National Award as well. And then, of course, this year we're looking to see how people are going to be given an advantage on their promotion. So that is a big deal. That's a big deal. The Office of the Head of Service, which we report to, the current Head of Service is really working on additional incentives for those people, because it takes a lot to come up with an idea that drives the states, that impacts the states, that is fit for purpose and all of that.
So I'd like for you to perhaps speak more on the matter of protection of intellectual property. What happens when the person leaves active service? What happens, basically?
Well, so again, the way the governance structure is designed. So for instance, if I work in finance and I come up with an idea in finance, obviously people will perceive it as a conflict of interest. So in the public service rules, it's clearly stated that even if you come up with an idea, a decision to release that idea to government is binding. So you have to be comfortable enough to know that once you release it, then there's no taking it back, right? So the incentives are clear. So if you're comfortable with those incentives, then from the get-go, those are the incentives that you're going to get. A lot of our colleagues are really not even concerned about what's in it for them. They're concerned about the advancement. They're concerned that...
Interesting.
Yes, a lot of them are concerned about how government sees them as adding value to the state. That's what it is for them. Because, I mean, how many years of state, public service have existed? So here we are, since 2016, when we start the journey, people are feeling like the government listens, right? And so they don't feel there's a disconnect. They're just interested in adding value in the way that it is meaningful.
Right. And so what next? How do you intend to build on this further? How far is the state willing to go with this initiative?
Well, this initiative is not going anywhere. God bless Mr. Governor. Late last year, he wanted to come up with different ideas on how we can increase our revenue, and he directed that he wanted all civil servants to submit ideas. That was late last year in December. Because he understands that a lot of us, we have those ideas. We just need to be given the opportunity to push it out. So it's not going anywhere. It's going to stay. And what we want to do next year, for instance, is that we really want to open it up to all the agencies. Currently, like I said, we're in 102, all the hospitals, all the school districts, all the mainstream civil service. And so we're looking forward for it to get better. It's an annual program, so it's going to go on, hopefully forever.
Right. Does your mandate also extend to correct the impression that, because for people out there, non-civil servants, they believe, okay, civil service, I want to enter civil service, but then other people say it's over-bloated. What do they even do? There's so many people who are docile there and who are not even responsive, because you've mentioned critical agencies that serve the public, so to speak, but people say they don't get that service, commitments to service from some civil servants. Does that fall within your mandate to correcting the impression that civil servants are not who people say they are, but people who are committed to service, basically?
Right. So, yeah, let me clear that notion. Looking from the outside in, you will come up with such perception. But the truth of the matter is it's far from the truth. So my agency is in charge of service delivery. Part of our mandate is the Service Charter Initiative. Our job is to ensure that we adhere to the promises that we've made to our clients, right? Every single agency in the Lagos State Public Service has a responsibility to ensure that our clients, our customers, our citizens are happy. So they go above and beyond the call of duty because, again, Mr. Governor does not play with service delivery. The customer experience is really, really important to Lagos State government because these are the customers that vote for our government. So as far as they're concerned, when they come in, are things perfect? No. There's still a lot to be done. But when clients come in to any agency, the responsibility of those agencies to ensure they get the best customer service. Do we monitor? Yes. Are they scorecard driven? Yes. So I just want to say to the public, anywhere you go, in any of our ministry departments and agency, and you feel otherwise, please let our office know. Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation.
How can they reach your office?
Block 21 in Alausa Secretariat. Yes.
All right. So what should we expect on the 10th? Quickly, just to talk to us about that.
I'm so excited.
Right.
Yeah. So on the 10th, not only are we showcasing the top 4 ideas, we're also awarding transformational leaders in the Lagos State Public Service. We're so excited. We have 9 of them this year. Last year, we have 3. So that goes to show you something, right? Those 3 basically laid the bed for the 9 that are getting those awards this year. We also have a panel that's going to be talking about the growth mindset the paradigm shift? How do you sustain creativity and innovation? How do you continue to empower and encourage people to be free in delivering, and bringing up ideas? So we're really excited about this year's event.
Is it open to the public?
No, it's not open to the public. No, it's not open.
Perhaps that could have changed their perception about all of this.
To the public, because, again, this is about the service. This is about our civil servants and all that, so.
Okay. We'll have to leave the conversation here now. We must thank you, Tony Angus Ademuyiwa, Director General, Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, Head of Service. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.